Join me as I take on the challenge of experiencing God's presence instantly and see if I can truly feel that divine connection. Experiencing God's presence is a powerful way to strengthen our faith and spirituality. It's a way to connect with the divine, to feel His love and guidance in our lives. But why is it so important? Simply put, feeling God's presence helps us to stay grounded and focused on what truly matters. It gives us peace, comfort, and direction in times of uncertainty. We've all been there, trying to pray, but our minds keep wandering off. We're stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed, and before we know it, we're checking our phones or thinking about our to-do lists. Distractions are everywhere, and they can be a major barrier to feeling God's presence. Another common obstacle is stress. When we're stressed, we tend to focus on our problems rather than on God. We try to take control of our situation, rather than surrendering it to Him. Doubt is another major hurdle. We doubt God's existence, His love for us, or His ability to help us. We wonder if He's even listening to our prayers. Sometimes we feel like we're doing everything right, we're attending church, reading our Bibles, and praying regularly, but still, we don't feel that deep connection with God. We start to wonder if there's something wrong with us, or if we're just not doing enough. But the truth is, we're not alone in this struggle. Many of us have been there, and it's not because we're not trying hard enough. It's because we're human, and we're prone to distractions, stress, and doubt. But here's the good news, there's hope. There are ways to overcome these barriers and experience God's presence instantly. One powerful way to connect with God is through prayer. Not just any prayer, but a prayer that's sincere, heartfelt, and honest. It's about coming to God exactly as we are, with our fears, our doubts, and our weaknesses. Meditation is another powerful tool that can help us quiet our minds and tune into God's presence. It's about focusing on our breath, on God's Word, and on His love for us. Worship is another way to experience God's presence. When we worship, we're not just singing songs or playing music, we're honoring God, we're declaring His greatness, and we're inviting His presence into our lives. I remember a time when I was going through a really tough season in my life. I was feeling lost, scared, and uncertain about my future. I was praying and praying, but I didn't feel like God was listening. I felt like I was talking to a wall. But one day, I decided to take a different approach. I sat down, closed my eyes, and started to worship. I didn't just sing worship songs, I poured my heart out to God. I told Him exactly how I was feeling, and I asked Him to meet me where I was. And you know what? I felt His presence instantly. It was like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. I felt peace, comfort, and direction. It was like God was saying, I'm here, I see you, and I care about what you're going through. That experience changed me. It reminded me that God is always with us, always available, and always willing to connect with us. It reminded me that experiencing His presence isn't just something we do in church on Sundays, it's something we can do every day, in every moment. So, how can you experience God's presence in your daily life? Remember, it's not about feeling a certain way or doing a certain thing, it's about being honest, sincere, and open to God's love. Thanks for watching, and I hope this video has encouraged you to seek God's presence in your life. If you have a personal experience or testimony about feeling God's presence, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos on spirituality and faith.